I hope my videos inspire you to make your own story to share out of a tale shared with you. My videos on making and sharing stories are part of YABS TV for schools by the Young Alberta Book Society. My name is Tololwa Mollel. I'm a sharer of stories of my published books, plays, and stories I perform to audiences. In my videos, I share preliminary drafts of stories I've written out of tales shared with me. I'll eventually share my stories when ready with audiences. Use the story drafts as shared tales to make your own stories to share with an audience. Get tips on how to make and share stories out of shared tales from my first video, Make a Story to Share Out of a Shared Tale, How and Why. Get more tips on how to share your stories with audiences from my other video, Make a Story to Share Out of a Shared Tale, Thoughts on Sharing. That would be my last video. In this video is my draft story, The Glowing Heart. As with my other story drafts in these videos, I'll perform the story when ready to audiences. For The Glowing Heart, I was inspired by a Russian fable. Make your own story out of the fable that I've shared in this story. Now the story. With the assistance of his helpers, Earthmaker created humans. To make the earth a better place, he announced, with their actions, ideas, and with the will to survive. Then the Earthmaker created monsters to test the humans. To get them right, first, he created them both lifeless, with no movement, no sound. Then the helpers assisted him to place hearts inside the humans. The Earthmaker explained the purpose of the hearts to the helpers. Each heart will determine the actions, good or bad, that each of the humans will do in life. Each human gets only one heart, no more. Happy with his work, the Earthmaker roused his creations. He gave life to the humans first. Their first glance at the monsters, who were lifeless but terrible looking, filled the humans with terror. Run! Ordered their leader, bursting into a breakneck run. The rest of the humans didn't need the order. Terror of the monster had stirred their will to survive in all of them, propelling them into flight. They knew they stood a chance only if they matched their leader's fast pace. As the humans were fleeing, the Earthmaker gave life to the monsters. They immediately lived up to their life purpose on Earth, to test the humans. They shambled in pursuit of the humans who had got far ahead with their early start. One thing favored the monsters, though. They were slow and cumbersome, yes, but they had more stamina. When the humans began to tire, the monsters remained as fresh as can be. The humans had dangerously lost ground to the monsters when they saw a cave. Its mouth looked big enough to let them through, but too big for the pursuing monsters. Led by their leader, they headed for it. Then they stopped. They stared into its pitch darkness. They had a choice: unknown dangers in the ominous cave, or the danger they knew, the approaching monsters. The Earthmaker and the helpers waited to see what the humans would do. They had followed and witnessed everything. The Earthmaker and the helpers had power to see and hear everything. And they could be anywhere and everywhere they chose to be. But no one could see or hear them. As they watched, leader of the humans did something unimaginable. From his chest, he tore out his heart, which burst into a glow. Holding it high, he ordered the humans, "Follow me!" And he led the way. The humans snaked through the lighted cave. They came out of another mouth of it. The Earthmaker and the helpers too emerged from the cave, unseen and unheard. A couple of steps out of the cave, the leader of the humans stopped. He gazed at his heart, aglow in his hand. noticing for the first time what he was holding. He had been acting on impulse and adrenaline and out of the will to survive. He had been totally unaware of his actions. Now, at the sight of what he held, he freaked out and he collapsed from the shock and the absence of his heart in him. The Earthmaker and the helpers stood over the lifeless leader of the humans. The Earthmaker said to the helpers, I know I did say we should give the humans each only one heart, but I'm going to make an exception. I never imagined, he pointed to the lifeless leader of the humans, he would put the heart we gave him to such use. Let's give him another heart. I'm curious to see what he could do, or he would do with his new heart. That's the end of the story. The Russian fable shared with me was very brief. The powerful image of the leader of the humans leading his people with his glowing heart stuck with me. I built my story draft around that. Make your own story out of the fable that I've shared in this story draft. For more tips on how to share your own story out of the glowing heart or any of my other story drafts in these videos, see the video, Make a Story Out of a Shared Tale. To share, thoughts on sharing. It's my last video. Thank you.